who we have on the sofa tonight. A man that is one of our good friends in comedy, Mr. Tony Max. Tony, how are you tonight, man?
I'm very well, and I'm happy to be
you.
here. It's great to see you as well. Thank you for having me back. I was delighted to be invited back.
Yes, sir.
And hello to all of you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Tony Max on the love seat, whatever you want to call it tonight.
I am so happy to be here to check out the new furniture. I feel honored. We have the brand new banner. It's beautiful. We have these big, beautiful banners that everybody loves. And we've got these wonderful chairs.
Mm-hmm. It's so guys.
I was so excited. And it's I've just set the bar kind of high. Mm-hmm. I am a little bit of an egomaniac, maybe a narcissist, and I happen to know that I am one of the highest rated views.
Yeah, you got
the
a lot.
Roy Brothers podcast.
You told even in the shorts too.
Episode 6. Check it out, America. Check it out. But we're gonna top that tonight, so I've got my work cut out for me.
You brought in over 300 views, and we appreciate it. I appreciate your enthusiasm. You were really excited to come on tonight.
I was so excited. I've been looking forward to this for a couple weeks. I asked you about it, and I'm very well prepared. I've been looking over stuff today, things I wanted to talk about. I want to make sure we don't forget anybody.
Well, and definitely won't be the last time, Tony. We'll have you on.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. I love both you guys. It's very nice to be here.
I appreciate you coming on. Back. You're always so super supportive for us, and supportive of our comedy, and you're a good guy, very knowledgeable in the comedy scene. So I love to get you on and get your input. And what we want to do tonight is kind of also touch base. It's really a good touch base episode, and kind of let's see what's you've been up to. And I know we got some other announcements that you've been working on, and some other things we want to touch upon.
Big things happening in the life and times of Tony Max.
Yep. He's been kind of shaking up
developments.
Yes. Can't wait to hear it.
You've been shaking up the comedy scene, so we want to get you back on.
Let's go.
Let's hope so.
So we'll get into it. What's new with what's Tony Max been up to, and how's comedy been treating you?
Well, it's been treating me very well, and I hope I wore my work shirt because Smashing Pumpkin season is here. I love both Smashing Pumpkins, the band, and the activity. But I feel like I'm like a farmer or some sort of worker. I'm like, I ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm no more. That's right. But comedy's been treating me very good, and it's from working class hero. I am very tired. It's a fun job, but it's still a job, and there's a lot of work. And first and foremost, thank you for asking me. I'm glad you asked.
Of course.
First and foremost, I have a big event that I've been working on for 2 months now that we've been eagerly anticipating. Yeah. The Rebels Comedy Riot 2 at Myrtle, which we're going to get into that. We're going to talk about that a little bit further on. But, there was Bleach, and then there was Nevermind. Okay? No sophomore jinx. Don't call it a comeback. Yeah. And, there's fun police and the sensitivity police that are out there. I am not comparing myself to Kurt Cobain or the Riot to Nevermind, but it's going to be a massive turnout. It's going to be a huge success. We've got a lot of solid working professional comics already committed on the list, and it's going to be a banger, to use the parlance of our times. So, in addition to that, I have hosted a variety of events for the Comedy Factory, both inside and outside of the Comedy Factory. Okay? I've been performing all over Southern New England. I've hit Boston, Cambridge, Somerville, Fall River, Wait and See Comedy, and also Worcester, okay? So now I've also hosted about, different things for the factory, and I performed we mentioned Wait and See, but I performed at D. Conley's Legendary Detour. Yep. Big shout out to D, my comedy big sister at the Brass Monkey. I performed at the Dale, the Center Dale Revival, Brad Pierce's mic, which is fantastic. Brad's a smart guy, really bright, really funny guy. And also at Downstairs, Brian Bowden's mic, which was a nice experience up in Smithfield. Nice. I've had the honor of being a special guest in attendance at Doomed Comedy, presented by the Roys and Mr. Tyler Leland. Shout out to Tyler. He gave me some really nice photos of myself on stage that I appreciate. Tyler's a good guy. Also, I was a special guest in attendance at On the Sauce's Comedy Showcase at the Judge Roy Bean Saloon. Yeah, First Monday every month. John Imperator, holler at your boy. John has all the info if you are interested in that, getting tickets, and you should go and support him because it's a wonderful venue, and we had an amazing time. Yep. Now, in addition to that, I've been booked to perform, I'm very proud of that, on Saturday, October 4th, for the Comedy Factory at Napolitano's in Smithfield. Now, there's a limited number of tickets still available. If anybody is interested, holler at your boy, TonyMaxComedy@gmail.com. You can call the Comedy Factory's hotline, call John Parada, mention Tony Max, please and thank you. In addition to that, big shout out to Kyle Cody. I've been booked on October 5th in Connecticut at an undisclosed location.
Oh, really?
Whoa.
More details to come.
I haven't heard about
That's
this
awesome.
yet.
Stay tuned, kids.
I thought we were friends, Kyle.
Beyond that,
Just kidding.
in a hosting capacity, I've also been tapped by the Roy brothers, who are here with me now, to host the 65th anniversary for Lang's Bolorama.
Yep.
It's a center of family fun. It is a Rhode Island institution. It is going to be an amazing event.
Oh, it's gonna be awesome.
On October 2nd. Once again, there's still a few limited tickets available. They are available, but there's a few left. If you want your spot, get them now. Get them before they're gone. You're going to regret it later, trust. Okay? And just announcing this just in, I've been booked to host on October 2nd at the Lemongrass Asian Bistro, once again for the Comedy Factory. That is going to be some of the best Chinese food in the state of
You were
Rhode Island.
double booked on the 2nd?
22nd.
Oh, 22nd. Sorry. I thought it was October 2nd.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
October 22nd, guys.
Side
at
note,
Lemongrass.
I have a question for you. You know the answer to this. You might not, America. But do you know who Donald Trump's favorite wrestler is of all time?
God, man, I mean, I think I know.
China.
Oh, shit, I was going to say Hulk Hogan. Fuck.
Then on
China.
October 31st, I'm also booked solid. I will be egging houses and blaming the neighborhood kids.
There you go.
This is an annual event. No one's above it. That's right. You're going to find an egg on your front door, and you're not going to know it came from Tony Max, but you know it came from Tony Max. You know who you are out there, people. Yeah. Hands up.
Those fucking kids.
Yeah, trick or treat.
Yep. So you've been keeping pretty
Put my
busy.
mic stand.
I've been very busy, and which is a good thing to have. Those are
There it is,
uptown
of course.
problems. Those aren't problems at all. But in addition to my full-time job, family, friends,
it's a
life, but I'm trying to stay busy. I'm trying to promote myself as best I can, and it's really it's been amazing. I'm just over a year now in comedy.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to kind of figure out some of the dynamics and power structure and things that are kind of go on behind the scenes. Things they don't really spell out for you right at the beginning.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out who's who and the what's what of what's going on.
Yeah. Thanks. You've been pretty busy. And then those hosting spots you have, you've been hosting a little bit more. You know what I mean? I definitely get the right energy.
Roger that.
And then so I want to touch upon the what's new. So you've been doing a lot of that. How's like your material going? Stuff you've been writing a lot of new stuff, all that good, all that jazz. Awesome.
Do you want to go into that? Do you want to talk about Myrtle?
Let's go into the Myrtle. Let's touch upon that a little bit.
Well, let's round back to that. But yeah, the Myrtle guys. Wait till you hear about this. It went off.
Yeah.
Tony, refresh our memories when the Myrtle actually premiered, because it was a great show. The venue is beautiful, first of all.
It was my first event that I've ever put together myself. It was on July 10th. I was very proud of it. We had over 25 working professional comics come in and rock the Casbah. And I'm going to tell you about Myrtle. And you had some questions that you gave me prior to asking me about how did I secure such a cool spot?
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
What's my favorite part, etc. And how did I secure such a cool spot, you may ask?
Yeah, that place is really cool, dude.
Well,
I love the
It's
lighting
off
in
camera,
there.
but I forgot to.
It's very cool. Well, Tony Max has many associates.
Tony Max and Associates.
That's right. Well, if you might be referring to one of the hottest comedy events on the East Coast recently, proudly hosted, produced, promoted, and presented by Tony Max in collaboration with Rebels Rations and Mr. Dan Brown, the Rebels Comedy Riot at Myrtle. Is it an open mic? Is it a showcase? A lot of questions. It's been called a who's who of Southern New England comedy by Mr. Jay Bird. Big shout out to Jay Bird, Larry's nephew. Caw-caw. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And I'm going to clean up the confusion. And I don't like labels. I never have. But it's an event. And it's a riot. It's a real hoot. You can eat, drink, and be merry. You can tickle your taste buds and tickle your funny bone, and I'm going to tell you why. You can smash the mic with the tastiest, juiciest smash burgers in town and wash it down with a cold adult beverage and laughs from the hottest comics around. Featuring an abundance of the hottest, funniest working professional comics on the East Coast, all in attendance, performing their best material for your entertainment and laughing pleasure. The demand for this event is huge, okay? It's huge. A lot of buzz around the riot, a lot of buzz, a lot of heat. That's the word in the street, okay? And that's always solid intel. I trust the word in the street before I trust legacy media. That's just me. And you can trust that some of the most very creative and talented comedians and performance artists alike throughout New England are all clamoring for a spot on our list to grace Myrtle's beautiful stage. It's a real beauty, I gotta tell you. And how did Mr. Max secure such an attractive venue, you may ask? It's luscious. All credit goes to my associate, good friend, celebrity chef, artist, musician, Mr. Dan Brown. Okay, Dan Brown is the owner and operator of Rebel's Rations, and he's the creative driving force behind the band Brown Apples and various other musical projects. Now, Dan Brown is quickly establishing himself as one of the most in-demand, multi-talented artists in Southern New England, either on stage with the guitar or behind the scenes whipping up Tabasco crema for his latest creation, the Max Burger. That's right, created exclusively for the Rebels Comedy Riot event.
Oh, damn.
You'll find Dan Brown kicking out the jams in the kitchen, providing punk rock pop-up catering in delicious style, featuring the most creative specials and culinary craftsmanship on planet Earth. Okay, and the best smash burgers in the state, as nominated and featured in the latest issue of Rhode Island Monthly. He provides the yummy for the tummy. That's right. And he lovingly handcrafts artisanal smash burgers, paninis, pizzas, and more with gourmet ingredients, all from scratch. And now that's quite impressive. I was impressed. You know, his passion for excellence, he's detail-oriented, a fellow pool player, and huge Nirvana fan. We easily vibe. So that sort of happened on the fly when I said, have they ever done comedy there? 15 minutes later, I get a text and says, you're on. And now I have to figure out how to put together an event because I'd never done this before. Yep. But as part of the Maxosphere, as you guys are, Dan Brown is an official Maximaniac. He's part of the inner circle.
Sure.
And he'll often send me updates on Rebels Rations events, all listed on Rebels Rations Instagram, of course. And I always get a live video of him slow roasting poblano peppers.
Yeah.
Yeah, for his new line of hotter than hell hot sauces that reach thermonuclear napalm levels of flavor. Hell no Fresno, jalapeno, and hellbound habanero. He is not messing around with the hot sauce, okay? And now, those hot sauces, by the way, they'll be available while supplies last for a limited time only, exclusively at all Rebels Rations pop-up events, including, of course, the Rebels Comedy Riot, proudly presented by Tony Max, and at other events as well, including Myrtle's movie nights, private burlesque parties. We are likely to find Mr. Max and some of our other rock and roll and entertainment industry friends in attendance. Pro tip, beautiful women love a man who can play guitar, make them laugh, prepare them an amazing dinner, and then do the dishes. That's right. Real men do dishes, boys. Part. And then we test the tinsel strength of that dining room table. Yeah. But you can also find Dan Brown and Rebels Rations delivering the goods, popping up at the Scurvy Dog, the best punk rock bar in the city of Providence. And their award-winning, also Motif Magazine, their award-winning free admission parking lot shows, live concerts, great working touring bands that rock the Casbah. A lot of musicians, artists, comics, creative type people always hanging out with the Scurvy Dog, chilling out in their patio, their outdoor garden, which looks like it was designed by Tim Burton, by the way. But actually, the floral work and ambiance is all the handiwork of the owner's wife, who does an amazing job every season. She plants the fresh flowers and herbs. We love it. And then also, this is where you may find Tony Max occasionally. Playing a game of pool, recharging my battery, my max levels during my very limited downtime. But if anyone out there wants to play me in pool for a spot in a show, now you know where to go. Yeah, hit me up, TonyMaxComedy@gmail.com. Yep. So that's what I have to say about Myrtle, and we're going to have another amazing event, and hopefully stay tuned because we will be announcing hopefully another future date for the third riot. Yeah, and it is a riot.
Yeah, it really is. It's a lot of fun, dude. Honestly, that stage.
That's excellent.
Was beautiful. Yeah,
it was beautiful. He's not kidding. Posh is like the best word for that place.
Large
it was
awesome.
Cool.
It's a big space. It's got great acoustics. The sound quality. It's a live music venue, so the acoustics are off the wall, literally.
Yeah, guys, definitely come out to that. And
anytime, everyone's welcome. Everyone is welcome.
Do you bring your own cue? Do you bring your own pool stick when you play pool?
I don't have to.
Damn.
I do.
Check the pool sticks. I
have one that
see how straight they are when you pick them up.
Yeah,
of
course.
I gotta play. I want to play Tony Max the game of pool one.
Anytime.
I'd love to play. I'd love to choose a
I'll play anyone.
Did he smoke you or what?
I'll play anyone.
No,
anytime.
I'd like to play with them.
Oh, you'd like to? I thought you said again.
I do actually have a very nice cue that I seldom take out because it's.
You been to Bose?
I've been there.
Yeah, nice.
But I have a McDermott that's a little too heavy for my particular taste. It's a 21 ounce.
Pool, man.
I don't really like a 21 ounce. I prefer a lighter stick.
Yeah.
But I do bring it out every once in a while, and generally it just sits around and collects dust.
Yeah.
So I'll bring it out and I'll just let people play with it.
Yeah.
Because I feel bad that I don't.
Yeah.
But I prefer the house cue, and any pool player worth his salt, you should be able to break a leg off a bar stool and play with that. You shouldn't need an $800.
All right, I'll take your word for it. I haven't
$800,
played, so.
you know, it's like, remember that Seinfeld where Elaine had the Brewline tennis racket and she needed it back because Mr. Pitt was going to play Ethel Kennedy tomorrow, and Jerry goes, he needs a $400 Brewline to beat Ethel Kennedy, who was like 90 something years old at the time.
Gotcha.
Like,
So you play pool and do
Amen.
comedy. You've been busy with the Myrtle stuff.
I have many endeavors.
And the Myrtle stuff, I got to let you know, too, is when I went to the first Myrtle showcase, I had myself a Max burger.
Oh, did you enjoy it?
I did. It was amazing.
Dude,
Tabasco crema.
It was actually, I'm just not blowing smoke up
arugula.
you guys' asses. It was fucking good.
And
It
dill
was really good.
pickles and arugula.
When I heard, what did you say the sauce was? I'm sorry.
Tabasco crema.
Once I heard Tabasco crema, I was like, all right, I got to try this.
Anything
And
hot
I actually
sauce.
met Dan. He's a one-man band, right?
He's awesome.
We
He is a
talked,
one-man band.
and he was very happy to make the burger for me, and I complimented him, and he's just such a humble dude.
You know,
Yeah,
they say
It's
that. Go ahead,
it's good,
sorry.
man.
They say that the Scurvy Dog has this thing on the back of their T-shirts that says "Keeping Providence drunk, one punk at a time." Well, Dan keeps us all fed one punk at a time.
Yeah,
'Cause
there you go.
he goes out of his way to make sure
he did
that everybody is
great
taken
job.
care of, and he really cares about what he does, and he puts a lot of pride into his work. And I'm not saying these things because, you know, this is a friend of mine or an associate or that we're doing business. In fact, this is a bar that I go to just to get his food, even though they don't carry Heineken, which is my particular poison of choice.
Yeah, we're drinking Busch Lights tonight.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I couldn't find my go-to, so
Yeah.
just was like, oh, there
That's
we go.
very true. They don't even have Heineken, and I go there
Really?
anyway.
So
Yeah,
you
that's a
don't have your
testament to
favorite
how
beer?
good his food is. Like,
Yeah, right. I'll admit I fucked up. I didn't get a beer I didn't get a burger last time, but I am getting one tomorrow night.
Oh, he'll have them.
And I am so excited. And one thing I want to highlight was the seating in that place is really comfortable because you have
Very comfortable.
You have like
Thank you.
There's like all right. So you got the stage, and then there's like this line of like booths, right? But then there's a wall that separates
Yes.
the booths, and then the other side of the bar. But to the corner, there's these couches and these love seats. And dude, I just sat there and I watched a show for like good 30, 45 minutes, and before I moved my spot to grab some like a drink or whatever, talk to somebody. And honestly, dude, it's like very comfortable in there. Honestly, the lighting in there, love it. I got some.
I met every word I said,
Yeah.
and
No,
when
it's
I met,
it's a good spot,
and you can
for sure.
ask
it is.
Tommy because when I met him for the first time, I went up to him and I said, "This place is like the wet dream venue I've always wanted
It's
to go to."
beautiful.
Every
It's
movie
fucking
you've ever seen
beautiful.
where they go to a bougie, posh, exclusive VIP nightclub, they could film it there.
Bro, you got into the night of the Roxbury comedy mics. You know what I mean?
Very fortunate, very lucky,
Yes.
and very grateful to
Yeah, it was
Tommy
great.
and Natalie for allowing us the opportunity
And
to grace the
if
stage.
if it's fucking packed and you can't find a seat, even standing is comfortable
Yeah.
with that fuck. I
And
know,
there's always-
I know it's like
Yeah.
super like hype and hyperbole, but it's not because like
Yeah.
when I wanted to get up and I was talking to people, you can take a nice lean at the bar. You're not disturbing the person on the other end.
You're not cramped and
it's great,
crowded, and
you
there's
know.
also
it's just a good venue.
There's a
guys. You gotta
beautiful
come
outdoor
out.
patio as well, which we didn't even get to utilize
Yeah.
last time. But
Yeah.
there's a whole
Yeah.
outdoor space.
Yeah.
Now there's a noise ordinance. There's neighbors who want to be respectful of people, but
Yeah.
and we get with comics, hopefully it's a riot and we have a lot of laughs, we have a lot of fun, and that generates a lot of noise. So we kept it inside. That was a business decision that we made, and I think we're going to stick to that format. And now it's getting a little chilly at night.
Yeah, more people will be inside, but definitely, I want to piggyback onto Tony.
Go for it.
Appreciate the owners at Myrtle and stuff having us because honestly, it is a very nice
Big
venue.
time.
There's a lot of great venues out there.
A lot of competition to get in there too.
Yeah.
Which it wasn't easy to secure a spot, which is why I did it in July, and I had to. Two reasons. Number one, I did not want to conflict with Jenna and Devin's Wait and See comedy. I gave them my word that I wouldn't, so I had an opportunity to book it
admirable.
earlier,
That's a good
but
idea.
it was going to conflict, and I said no. Let's wait till September. Wait till summer's over. Kids are back to school, back to work, back to the routine. Everyone could use a laugh, especially now.
Yep.
So I said, it's fine. We'll do it in early September, mid-September, and I'm happy to do it. But a lot of live touring acts and bands go through there and want the space.
Yeah.
And, he's a businessman, so I gave him some dates. He gave me some back, and we found something that worked for everybody, which was great, and I hopefully we can do that in the future.
Yep. Everyone could use a laugh, and everyone's going to go down there and laugh there tomorrow night.
Laughter
I'm
is the
looking
best
forward to
medicine.
it, dude. I am fucking.
It is.
I'm not gonna lie. I know I'm saying that a lot, but dude, I'm really actually excited. I can't wait. That's a good
Yeah,
video.
it's
I can't
it's
wait.
not-
it's not
Thanks,
hyperbole,
everybody.
guys. It really is.
It's been a lot of work, and it's worth it because the proof is in the pudding, and the result was, and Jay Bird did say that, and that made me feel really good. That he said it's a who's who of Rhode Island comedy.
Hey Matt, is Ma and Pa going to that show tomorrow?
They're more than welcome. I love your parents.
They do like I think it's like Tony because
So we're not doxing our parents or anything, but like they love to come out to the shows and support, and they love Tony.
They're on the VIP list because your dad is the bassist for the Eagles.
Yeah,
in the band Bread. Was that it? Yeah.
Bread,
yeah, no, they're like my dad was like, when's that guy Tony? The one's on your podcast. When's is he doing any other shows? We told him we go out and support him. So I'll actually mention it to them again.
Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Ray.
Yeah, they watch the episodes. You know what I mean? And I actually had someone they watched your episode and Aaron Leidecker's episode, and they highlighted the fact that they really liked both you guys.
Thank you.
They're like, I think Tony was great and Aaron was really great. We liked the episodes. I got a lot of comments on your episode, Tony,
Thank you.
as everybody else's, but I just thought it would be nice to highlight too.
That means a lot, and I love Aaron too. And Aaron has been very good to me in comedy. He brought me up the first time, so it's all his fault. He handed me the microphone first. You don't talk to me, talk to Mr. Leidecker. But we love Aaron, and Aaron's actually he's a comedic killer.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's an assassin. He's a professional. Dude. He knows what he's doing. He's funny as hell.
And most importantly, he supports everybody, and he's a good guy. I give a shout to anybody that's out there supporting other comedians.
Absolutely.
Never isolate anybody. Just support one another. We're all in this together. Trying to get a laugh.
You said the word, man. Laugh. Together. We are all in this together.
So I appreciate it. And then kind of you said handing the mic. So it's kind of, get into a little bit of your hosting.
Okay.
So I wanted to make an announcement that, sure people have heard. I've been promoting it, but we're doing the Lang Show.
Said that earlier.
Yeah, the Nelson. It's located in Langs. But I'm very excited to say that we have you hosting that show. And I know I said I want Tony. I said, I don't know. At first, I was like, I got an idea. All I know is I want Tony to host it. Who we get to perform, I got to figure that out. But I'll get like Eddie and Kyle. But I want Tony to host it. That's all I know. So we got you to host it.
That was funny. He's telling the truth because we were talking like we should do a show. Like we can give our friends and we can give the community back some space, and maybe we can do it once a month, whatever. And the first thing out of his mouth was, well, we're gonna have Tony Max host. So anyways, it's like, wait, what?
I want Tony to host because he brings the energy and you're respectful to the venue. Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And this guy does his homework.
Well, I put a lot of work into it, and I think you get out what you put in when it comes to anything. So I definitely am prepared, as I was for this interview, and I think it shows in the result is that, being professional, being respectful, and giving everyone their stage time and managing the event in such a way that everyone feels welcome, everyone feels good about themselves. I sort of like hype people up like a hype man in a boxing match. Yeah. It's sort of a let's get ready to rumble moment. And it, in a sense, I've seen the smiles coming on the comics' faces as I'm talking them up on their way to the stage because maybe some people say they're a little over the top, and they are. And you know what? That's okay. Makes you feel good. Makes you look good. And it makes you want to do the best job that you can. You put your best foot forward. You're feeling good about yourself. I'm pumping you up. You get on stage. You knock it out of the park. It's great for the event. It's great for the audience. And overall, it makes me feel like I'm doing my job well. Because hosting is a whole other animal, okay? And there's a lot going on. And you have to, obviously, for it's some inside baseball, but for, laymen out there, we have to manage the event, manage the stage time. There's a timing thing. We have to keep an eye on the clock. We have to give the comics a signal. Also have something nice to say as an intro and outro, and pay attention to what's going on in the room all around us at all times to be able to ad-lib on the spot and hopefully be funny sprinkled in between. Which
exactly.
It's a lot. I mean, it's a whole different animal from just performing, and you're responsible for everything. Yep. The entire event is riding on you. You're the quarterback. If something goes wrong, it's your fault.
Truth.
So there's a lot on your shoulders, and it's not something I take lightly. You're being paid to do a job, and I'm there to make sure that I can MC the event in such a way where I bring it in. We start on time, we end on time, and everybody gets their chance to have their stage time. And it's for me, it plays to my strengths. I think John Parada has dubbed me the comic with the golden voice. Which, big shout out to John Parada. He actually wrote that he signed his book for me. And
nice.
Yeah, and that's what he wrote.
Yeah, I saw you that night too, but yeah.
Thank you. I mean, it was, we were all there, I think, for the book.
Night.
When he rolled out the broad opinion of you, Tony.
Yeah. Thank you, but his book, How Comedy Saved My Life. Yep. And it was very inspirational. I read it cover to cover within 2 days, 3 days, and John, he signed it for me, and I said, well, I might not be the best comedian in the world, but I'm the best at being Tony Max, and that's what counts. And I do have that big broadcast voice that I'll use not all the time, but when I feel it's appropriate. And hosting is a good showcase for that skill set. And it also just makes the event feel and seem like more fun and more professional.
Yeah, absolutely.
I enjoy doing it. And, it also, it's a break from just performing, which, how it is, the pressure of writing new material or reworking old material or, fine tuning the minutia and the cadence and the timing. You can do that a lot, and that can get a bit cumbersome. It maybe get a little boring. And, when you host, it's a chance to have, it's not like no pressure. It's just a different kind of pressure where it's not on you. It's more of an all-inclusive kind of thing. I think anybody that has played or any organized sport or team or anyone's been in any leadership position in any kind of capacity can understand, like, it's lonely at the top. And, a lot of people say, oh, the boss is this, the boss is that. It's not easy to be the boss and have everything on you. It's like, so, you have to be professional, and this is business, and it's like I can't show favoritism to people. It's like, I might love you guys, but when you come to my event, you're getting 5 minutes like everybody else because there's 30 guys and girls that we all want to be fair to everybody. So I can't, tap you and say, oh, you can go for 15, you can go for 25, and everybody else.
Everyone gets the same, and I respect that.
And speaking of hosting, I just want to bring this up. There's another huge opportunity coming up. I don't know if you guys have heard. I'm taking over for Kimmel.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, there's an opening. The spot's open.
Guys.
Yeah, Kimmel's gone. He's history. He's toast. He's out of here. So why not? I figure I can have all the comics in our community just be my writers. Yeah. You can be all on staff. I'll put you on payroll. Put me in a suit. I get the voice. I'll say whatever you guys want.
I like it.
Yeah, I want those Disney dollars, baby.
I heard payroll. I'm in.
Yeah, we'll put you on the payroll.
For real. I could use some extra money.
But yeah, I'm taking over for Kimmel.
Yeah. Well, dude, you've
Sweet.
been...
That's a big announcement. We're going to put that highlight.
Yeah. He was riding off of Adam Carolla since The Man Show. He was the creative driving force behind that program.
The Man Show.
And I got to say, Adam Carolla is awesome because he used to do Loveline with Dr. Drew Pinsky. And if you grew up in the 90s like me and you had things you maybe couldn't go to your family with, or you had questions about sexuality and being sexually active, and you needed someone to go to have those questions, a lot of kids called the 1-800 number they'd give out for Loveline. And Adam Carolla used to be the funny, hip bro dude next to Dr. Drew Pinsky. Now Kimmel kind of rode his coattails with The Man Show, and then he got on ABC, and he hasn't been funny ever since. Well, that's just my opinion. But what do I know? Yeah. But what do I know?
So just to kind of recap, so you're hosting our show on October 2nd. That's coming up.
And I'm happy to do it. Thank you very much.
I'm excited.
It's a huge opportunity.
Because I think my idea was like, all right, you're going to do your homework and you do your research on these places, so you're not going to be like, hey, bring up the next comic. You're gonna highlight the crap out of Langs. People are going to get people fired up, and you're going to make the comics feel good. You're going to get the room ready. That's what the host
I've
is supposed
seen
to
this
do.
guy bring back a dead room.
Thank you.
I've seen it happen. He's resurrected. Fucking
Work with me.
If you can resurrect
amazing.
an open mic, you're good.
Like you're Gucci. Like we're good.
Yeah,
And,
so you're gonna crush it. And I was daydreaming about it today. I'm like, it's just all about the whole show in general. I was like, man, because what I want to do is like, I want to be like, I'll be like, all right, guys, like, hey, we're gonna get the mic started soon. Please don't heckle me. I'm gonna bring up your host. Very funny, very talented. You guys, we love him. You guys, love him too. Get all ready. People are like, yeah, and being like Tony Max, everybody. You'll be like, good evening, everybody. Coming at you live.
We are coming at you live.
And it's gonna be like a fucking. It's gonna be like what's that guy Bruce Buffer, where he's like, "Are you ready to roll?"
That's what you
I mean, and I thought about this is off the cuff, but I thought about this the other day. I'm like, that could be a great title for my autobiography.
Yeah,
coming at you live.
Yes.
I fucking love that.
Someday, when I publish my book,
yes,
we're gonna publish all these notes, people.
Yes.
Yeah.
The notebook. I like to call it the notebook because that's a very serious thing. That's like Tony's like sacred item. Like I don't even dare to glance in that.
It's big.
I've shared many things with you out of the book.
Like, that's like you take your writing very seriously.
Yeah, and I've sent you screenshots of sets that you were gonna miss just so you could check them out.
Yep.
So I trust you guys, and I don't care. Anybody can look at this because if you're not Tony Max, you can't do anything with this anyway.
Exactly.
And I tell people like, if this book ever got into the wrong hands, can you imagine what would happen? But don't worry, it's booby trapped.
Yeah.
It'll explode if anyone else touches it other than me, just like Mrs. Max.
So you've been hosting lot. And
awesome.
So you already highlighted kind of what you got going in the future with the hosting. So you got a couple hosting gigs coming up. I'm glad to hear you got a lot. You got hosting for John
and some booked performances as well. Because hosting is fun, but also I've been working very hard to get booked and get paid to perform comedy. You know what I mean? Whereas I've been paid to host comedy, which is nice, but it's almost like a rite of passage, and I feel as though I have a certain level of acceptance that I finally have been booked in an actual show, a real show, a ticketed event.
It's going to be awesome.
Which limited tickets still available. Yeah. That's right. And it's a wonderful deal.
Yeah. And I think
they're reasonably priced, and it includes everything. It's all-inclusive package. The tip, the dessert, the tax, the show, the food. It's a buffet. Amazing. It's an all-you-can-eat buffet. It is.
Ooh. Perfect.
It is. So you're getting your money's worth.
So where was that again?
It's a good value. It's at Napolitano's.
I am a fat guy. I am ready. And what day was that?
It's going to be on Saturday, October 4th, and that's in Smithfield. Yeah, and
yummy.
It's a wonderful venue. It's a newer venue, but it's brand new. I mean, and the sound system is off the wall. The sound system's phenomenal.
It is. Stage is nice. It's an actual stage.
Proper stage. Another live music venue, which is a common theme here, is that when you live music venues, they want good acoustics. They want it to look a certain way. They want the lighting to be a certain way, and it just happens to be a really good venue for spoken word or comedy or anywhere where you need a microphone and good lighting, and so I'm very happy to be there. Awesome. And again, you can reach out to the Comedy Factory for tickets to John Parada directly, mention Tony Max, or you can just holler at your boy and I'll take care of you.
Yep. Hit him up, book him to do some hosting, to do some jokes as a feature.
I'd be happy to help.
You can. Yep. Friggin' hit him up for tickets.
I do have tickets to your event as well.
Yes, exactly.
But there's only a limited number. They're going fast.
Yep.
They're going fast.
Yeah, I've been checking in. Everybody's been selling them. So I'm looking forward to that. I want to get the big, good turnout. Well, you know what? I think, Rob, we're going to be doing a Brothers episode soon. So we'll touch upon that. And we'll go over that.
It's going to be Brett, Tony, then me and you are going to hop on. We got a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
To everybody.
Yeah, we got a couple other comics lined up. We got Tyler Hittner coming on. We have Lucas Estrella coming on.
Tyler Hittner is going to be on the show that I'm on October 4th.
Yeah.
Nice.
What a coincidence.
Is Brian Vincent going to be on there as well?
He is.
Yeah, perfect.
That's comedy legend.
Brian Vincent's going to be on. Yeah. Shit, maybe we should go to that one.
It's going to be a great lineup.
It's going to be an awesome.
Steve.
Shit. Get a ticket. Support my. You do what you want. I'm no pressure. But
we'll talk outside the mic.
Let's talk outside the mic.
After the show.
Yeah, off the air. We'll talk off the air.
You had me at buffet.
Yeah, you had me at food.
All you can eat. Wait a second.
Rob's gut just started shaking, dude.
I'm happy to be here with Mario and Luigi, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm not wearing the hat tonight, but yeah.
He's Waluigi.
I really think you guys should do that for Halloween.
Yeah,
I've said it on stage before, and I think it'd be an awesome idea.
That's actually a good idea.
Even if you don't do the full
Luigi, bro.
No,
he makes all the Luigi jokes,
bro. You're tall and skinny. I'm like plump.
That's true.
Luigi.
That's true. Okay,
you're Luigi. Bro.
You want to do that, bro? Go to a mic one night.
You just shave the beard and leave the mustache.
I will do it for comedy.
And you already have the mustache.
Would you do it, bro?
I would do it for comedy. I'm not kidding.
Please do it. All right.
I mean, I'm gonna do.
You're hearing it happen right here, live, America. We're gonna hold them to it. I want to see these guys in overalls with the red hat, the boots, the whole nine.
Yeah, Mario and Luigi, bro.
I do.
All right,
I'll lay some.
The kids would love it. I mean,
we'll do it open. We'll do. I think Dee's doing them like that. We're dressed up too one night. So.
Oh, that's right. You want to do a costume party?
Yeah, we'll do that. I'm down.
I'm down. So you want to workshop some Luigi and. Dude, this is it. Mario Luigi jokes.
Yeah. Well, costume
90s NES jokes.
Costume party, Mike.
She said she wanted to do a mic when she was at the Detour on Thursday. She said she'd like an idea of get some people to.
Well, this is the time where we take our experimentation to light.
Detour.
Yeah.
We've been talking about going on stage
which would
together.
Be in October, and it would correlate. It'd be like probably right week before Halloween.
Yeah. So that's what I'm thinking.
That's what she said when we were there. Yeah. But this is the time where we go up at the same time and we experiment what we were talking about.
I could see Tony going up in a pimp costume. I don't know why.
I don't know why.
It's just a style. What's up, guys? What's going on?
I'll be going as Tony Max. I'm going to stay in character.
Do I need to smack a bitch? She's going to be saying all the way there.
Tony Max has never said anything like that in my life.
No, he'll never will. I'm just saying, if he was a pimp, I could see him saying that.
Well, I mean,
He's like what fucking Snoop Dogg at was it Starsky and Hutch?
I'm going to stay in character.
Tony Max will
just PSA. Tony Max has never said said, nor has he ever smacked a bitch. Just saying.
I'm Tony Max 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, whether I like it or not. So I'm always Tony Max.
I love
to some
that you
degree.
got that. I love that, dude. You're like, I'm Tony Max, and you make it your persona. That's amazing.
We talked about this last time. There's a big part of me in it, and there's a big part of it in me. But
Love it, dude.
It's Tony Max, M-A-X.
Dude, you're honestly one of a kind.
I thought it was M-A-X-X-X.
1X.
It's 1X,
You are
guys.
spreading vicious rumors and lies all over the internet where they stay forever.
I said.
It's cool
1X,
because,
guys.
like, I don't know about
1X.
you, Rob, but, like, I feel like I talk to Tony a lot during the week.
I do. Tony texts me and goes,
it's like a friend
hey, man,
outside
we're
of
doing
comedy.
this.
I love
Hey, man,
it.
we're doing that. And then we talk about, we'll talk about some stuff,
I like to share information about events and happenings in the community, unlike those other guys.
But Tony Max is a real friend.
no
We talk
gatekeeping here.
about
I like to.
personal stuff,
Whoa,
life.
that's a dirty word.
So no gatekeeping here. We let everybody in. We love everybody.
And that's why
Share the love with
and
everybody.
I like to reciprocate those who are good to me, and even those that sometimes that are not. I mean, why not? Like my event's open to everybody, and there's X amount of. It's a numbers thing, so there's X amount of time, there's X amount of people. So, as a first come first basis, I like to be fair, and extend the hand of friendship to everyone. But at the end of the day, you show up for me, one hand wash the other. I know who's supportive and who's not, and I gave everybody priority booking, anybody that attended the first event, and I was with you guys. If you have families, you have kids, you have jobs, hey, you want to get on early, hey, you want to go late, I was trying to be accommodating to everybody.
Yeah.
That way everyone's included and everyone can come. I don't want anybody to be left out in the cold because, I got to work in the morning, I got my kids that night, I got to be home by a certain time. I'll try to work with you as best I can. Like, I bend over backwards to try to work with people to make sure I get everybody who wants to be there a spot. You know what I mean? And I think that's fair. And it's not ego driven. And I have nothing to gain from it. I do it for free. And in fact, it costs me money to do it. But that's okay. Again, it's a fun job, but it is a job.
Yeah. Yep. At the end of the day, when you're a host, like you kind of were saying, it's like that's your job and you're clocking in a way. You know what I mean? Your job is
I lock in all right.
Yeah. Your job is to get the crowd ready and then introduce the comics and just keep the ball rolling and. You know what I mean? That's
maintaining the energy is a tricky.
Exactly.
It's tricky business because sometimes some comics are stronger than others, and someone might crush it, and someone might not, and it's up to me to know when to sprinkle in a bit of humor, or when to keep my mouth shut and just go, boom, that was great. Who's next? In the the economy of words, it's also an economy of time, and there's X amount of time. I can only fit in so many people. So I appreciate all the support and all the buzz, and everyone's really excited about it. And I will say everyone's welcome. And I'm gonna try my damnedest to get everybody on stage. But you know what? There will be another event.
Yep.
There's always going to be another event.
I love that.
Yep. And that's the thing, too.
The demand is there, and I'm happy to serve that need.
And that's the thing, too, with this episode. God forbid if it airs, like, after the mic, because we got Brett's episode. It's still, guys, like, that. Just because this may have passed doesn't mean don't forget about it. Keep this on your radar because it's going to happen again.
Oh, absolutely. This is going to be an ongoing event. It should.
We're gonna have to rush order this episode.
And no, I mean it'll be released after the event takes place, which is fine. But there will be another event coming up in hopefully
on the cusp, I'd say.
We're shooting for October, maybe early November. And again, once I lock in those dates, I'll make that public.
Yep.
But don't worry, I'm not going away. I'm not quitting.
The Myrtle, it'll be after. I'm sorry, I thought you meant your other shows. For Tony Max's other October events, this might be on the cusp. But the Myrtle.
Roger that.
But but cool.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Coolio, daddy-o.
Yeah, so let's kind of get into your material. Obviously, we're not asking you to give us your material, but I wanted to say I want to bring up something I noticed. So we were at a mic, and I've seen you do some sets that were like different than I've seen you do before. I don't know if you may have seen Rob, but it was like you're swearing a little bit more, being more.
Yeah,
more like
actually, I saw that.
PG-13 or rated R material.
Yeah,
and you do a lot of clean stuff. And I was like, holy shit, Tony's coming out with like. Were you
disappointed?
I was not disappointed. I laughed my fucking ass off.
And I was like,
cool.
Tony's coming out with like the. I don't mean this in a bad way at all.
Go ahead.
You were like more like intense, more like a rated R version.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And I'm like, this is different. So I wanted to kind of touch base on like were you experimenting with something new? Because you're a very clean comic. You're pretty straight on narrow. But this is more of like me personally. I do a lot of clean comedy, but I kind of took it up a notch myself. So it's kind of like, all right, did you try something new, or are you just dabbling in a little bit of everything? Because I don't want to paint you as a dirty comic whatsoever. You're not. There wasn't anything dirty. It was just like it was like a bit more swears in it or this and that. I was like, well, this is Not from what I've seen, used to seeing from Tony Max.
It was good. It was shocking.
To quote you, I heard a bit more swears and suggestive content.
Yes, yeah, that's what I said.
Bye. Well, I swear, I swear a lot, but I swear for dramatic emphasis and effect. I don't get graphic with it. And as far as suggestive content, I dance around and flirt around certain topics. And you asked me, you said it wasn't a bad thing, that it was funny, and you would ask, did I get out of my comfort zone? And that it was very unexpected was the word that you used to quote you. And people have come to know this, hopefully. When it comes to Tony Max, you can expect the unexpected.
Yeah,
and I'm very proud of that. Yeah. You got to keep them guessing, keep them on their toes, keep them wanting more. No success syndrome here. You're sitting on your laurels. You're wearing on the wrong part of your body, okay? So I like to challenge myself so I don't coast, go into cruise control, and do what I call lazy comedy. It'd be very easy for me to do that. I have some bits that work very well. They're beautiful bits. They're beautiful sets of material. I could do that I could do that all the time, and I'm not interested in that. I don't find it to be very interesting at all. So I want to take it further, and I felt I had a responsibility to do so. And a lot of this, I was encouraged to take my comedy to the next level. Nuclear. If that doesn't come up, we'll do it again. Nuclear. By a very good friend of mine in the comedic community. And I have a quote here from him. And he said a couple things, but he told me, he said, be uninhibited. When we move like there's nothing to fear, that's when we're truly free. And that was Austin Barry. Wild Barry, big shout out to Austin. Great guy, good kid, good heart, very funny. And he also told me you got to trust the process, that people don't get it until they do. And he's like, look at all the momentum you're building and how much better your sets have been recently. You're turning a corner with your material. And you're writing and you're going much deeper, not just staying in a surface level. So, I decided to push the limits a little further. And now that I'm gaining a little traction and a little bit of what I like to call Tony Max motion, go out of my comfort zone just a little bit and show a little more versatility and what lies beneath the surface, not just a touch. Okay, well, just a touch rather. These are what have become to be known as my fire sets. Okay. Now, this is where I cut really deep in a certain subject matter. Excuse me, but I do it in a clever, funny, humorous, good-natured manner. That's in alignment with my standards and principles as a performer and my style. Okay, not to say that I was holding back intentionally. However, I am very new to comedy. I'm trying to establish my position in that world, and while not entirely based on a conscious effort not to become a victim of cancel culture or commit career suicide just starting out, I have my own policies on what I deem appropriate or entertaining to discuss in my act on stage. As you both know from our last episode, we discussed at length where I'm coming from and what I think about comedy and how I feel about it.
Oh, yeah, big time.
And that dictates to me how far I'll go with my performance. And I feel as though I have a responsibility to myself, the audience, the venues, their owners and staff to be as funny, creative, and entertaining as possible, all while protecting my brand, my image, and the persona that I've carefully crafted by design in the best interest of Tony Max and my career in the entertainment industry. Personally, I believe that laughter is the best medicine. Okay, and a spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down.
Right? I agree.
But given the current temperature and climate, which has been elevated, to a level that's a little scary in what I like to call the divided states of America, we have an intolerance for each other's beliefs and ideas and opinions, and it's reached a frightening level of ignorance that it sometimes makes an open exchange of dialogue practically impossible due to clouded vision, tribal loyalties, lack of empathy, humanity, etc., or a sense of personal biases and prejudices. But comedy has always been risky business. Ever since Lenny Bruce, who we spoke of last time, was arrested for obscenity at the Troubadour in 1957. Okay, it's not for the faint of heart, and it's not always easy to navigate. However, if it was easy, anyone could do it, right? So, just because you could doesn't mean you should. I like to think before I act and use my brain before I use my mouth. But this is why I believe that we need comedy now more than ever, but genuine comedy. Because there isn't a lot of humor to be found in some of the issues in the current state of our world is facing. And we're all facing the same challenges together, and we're all in this together, whether we like it or not, agree with the person next to us or not. I got news for you. Nobody agrees with everyone about everything all the time, right? There are bands that I love that have songs that I don't like. You know, everybody's got a miss sometimes, and that's okay. But that's why Baskin-Robbins makes 31 flavors, different strokes for different folks, you know. Thomas Jefferson said, I might not like what you have to say, but I'll die defending your right to say it. You know what I'm trying to say? So, like, and that's some Jeffersonian democracy lesson, but moving on from that, freedom isn't free.
No.
And the price of free speech has been paid for daily by those who have come before us and paved the way for a truly open, honest exchange of ideas and dialogue, and sometimes with severe repercussions that pale in comparison to the risks we take telling jokes on stage. So our job that we're paid to do is to make people feel better and not worse. And no one's above cancel culture, but nothing is off limits or off the table as far as subject matter, as far as I'm concerned, because it comes down to the one rule I was given by someone with a lot more experience and success than I've ever had in comedy. You can say anything you want as long as it's funny. Yep. And that's the tricky part, ladies and gentlemen. But I know I make it look easy, being the great and powerful Tony Max, but I approach all subject matter with a certain sense of decorum and respect for those around me and those that are depending on me, the fans that may be interested in what I have to say. And that's a responsibility I take very seriously. Yeah. And ultimately, I decide what I'm comfortable with and what's appropriate for Tony Max to say and what's not. But that's not based on popularity or skin color or sexuality or politics or gender. It's by content of character. And ultimately, it's all on my shoulders and my discretion because it's my responsibility. But I've gotten very good at saying things without saying much at all. And I equate it to something I want to just touch with you guys really quick.
Sure.
And I call it the glass onion. Okay? You guys like the Beatles?
Yeah.
I love the Beatles. And I love how so the Beatles had to censor themselves. They couldn't come right out and say things that they wanted to say. They had to hide their message within a message.
Lucy in the Sky.
I also love the fact that the Beatles, in the song Glass Onion, John makes a point of referencing other Beatles songs and other characters that he had created in their little Beatle world to tell you, you know, his story about a glass onion. Is it transparent? Well, think about an onion. There's many layers.
Sure.
Okay. And I've been told recently by a friend in the community, there are so many layers to what I do. Sometimes 2 to 3 or more, like an onion. So I told you about the walrus and me, man. You know that we're as close as can be, man. But here's another clue for you all. The walrus was Paul, and Paul is dead. And rumors of his death have been greatly exaggerated. True. See where I'm going with this? Cuckoo, kachoo. But, yeah, or in 10 years after, I'd love to change the world, but I don't know what to do. So I say what I'm going to say on stage, and I leave it up to you. It doesn't matter. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall.
Yep. Got the Pink Floyd and the Grassroots in there.
Oh, it's, you know, and Tool talks about it, Maynard James Keenan. It's something kind of sad about the way that things have come to be. Yeah. Desensitized to everything. What became of subtlety? There's a way to say it without saying it, and you know, nothing seems to satisfy. You know, I don't want it. I just need it to breathe, to feel, to know I'm alive. That's how comedy is. Someone asked me, they're like, "Why do you do comedy?" I'm like, "Because I'm Tony Max." I'm like, I don't have a choice in the matter. This is what I do. Yeah. But that's to get into the newer subject material or stuff. Yeah, I cut a little deeper and I was a little more graphic, a little more explicit. But again, these are 21 plus venues. We're all adults. And I think some of the stuff I said, and I had some female friends in the audience and I apologized to them ahead of time. And I said, you might hear me say some things that are a little misogynistic, maybe even sexist. Yeah. After I was done with the set, this is how I knew it won. Okay. Yeah. And this is a very attractive female, who's very close to me and a very good friend of the family. And
I'd expect nothing less, Tony.
Thank you. She dated one of the Patriots, but anyway.
Just saying.
She's a very attractive female. Yeah, and I said, I'm sorry what you might hear. She's like, oh, I don't offend easy. After I was done, I got off stage and I went right up to her. And, you know, I said, oh, I'm sorry. She said, everything you said was 100% accurate. I've said this before and I'll say it again. I don't tell jokes. I tell the truth. And there's a lot of truth in humor that's hidden there subtly on the surface, you know. And she said it was hysterical because everything you said was very true. And as a woman, she was happy to hear it and she agreed with me on some of the things that I talked about. And it wasn't just that. There were 2 or 3 different fire sets of different subject matter. You heard one in the car that I did on stage once. And I don't know how it went over, but I did it.
Yeah.
And you heard it, and you're like, that's really funny, but that's not going to fly over well. And I'm like, well, maybe we'll see, and maybe we won't. But I felt emboldened to take a little more chances now that I've been doing this for just over a year. And I said, now's the time. Fortune favors the bold. And
true.
You can say things, you can say whatever you want, as long as it's funny and you do it the right way. And I think if you put the work in and you put the time in and, you're really passionate about it and dedicated to it, you're not gonna do it off the cuff and kind of I don't want to say half-ass it, but there's a way the more work you put in, the more preparation you do, the easier it is to avoid those pitfalls.
Absolutely.
I believe, but that's just me.
No, it definitely takes a lot of time and dedication. You can't just write something up and do it. You know what I mean? It takes a long time. You have a lot of practice.
Practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
And, you don't just go to the Super Bowl and say, I don't even go to practice.
Yeah,
excuse me. I'm just going to go to the World Series. What? I hear people say, I don't even do open mics. I'm like, well, how do you get booked? No one knows your material.
Right.
Well, would you bring 100 people with you every time? Like, how do you? What are you doing? Like, I don't get it. Like,
I feel like it all starts at the open mic, though.
I don't even rehearse. Of course it does.
Of course,
people that
rehearse
brag
the Doom comedy show.
Yeah, I've heard people boast about it. Like it's something to be boastful about. I don't even do open mics. That's beneath me. I'm like, really? Wow, that's nice. Who are you?
You're back. Keep talking, boys.
It's a good practice zone. You know what I mean?
Oh. Well, yeah, and it's there are a lot of people that have different ideas about.
Yeah.
This is an open mic, and that's a show, and that's why people were asking me to kind of pigeonhole the Rebels Comedy Riot, and is it this? Is it that? Is it? Yeah. I'm like, I don't know. There's a lot of I break all the rules of comedy because I don't know what they are, and I piss off all the right people. I think a lot of people have made these rules, kept them to themselves, and then when people violate them, they hold it against you, and which is very nice. And I'm like, I'm not selling tickets. It's a free event, so everyone can come for free.
Yeah,
the struggle's real right now. The economy is it's terrible. People can barely afford to buy groceries. I'm not going to ask people to, I was able to do it and make it a free event and keep it a free event. So that's how I did the first one. That's how I'm doing this one. And I'm like, I think it gives people an opportunity to have a free date night, get out of the house, get some live entertainment. Otherwise you're going to pay 100 or more per ticket to see someone at one of the theaters that I mentioned or Providence Performing Arts Center, etc. And I'm not a $100 ticket act yet, but you're going to see 20 to 30 working professional comics all rehearsing their material. So you're getting a good amount of entertainment for nothing.
Yeah, it's all
like, well, is it a show? I mean, you can call it whatever you want, but I'm happy if you just come on by.
You still get good comedy, you know what I mean? And that's the thing.
Some of the best, I think, when you see working pros practicing their new stuff, it's a chance to get a sneak peek of what you're going to see on a Netflix special a year from now. And before I even got into comedy, I would make it a habit, from my love of comedy and my interest in it and being around it, I would go check out the Sunday Showcase, which you've been a part of.
Yeah.
Just to see different talent. And I like the idea that you pay a flat rate for a ticket and you get 6 or 7 or more different acts.
Yeah.
And you know what? You don't like Tony Max? The other guy's coming up in 5 minutes. You don't care for him? This bright young lady is going to be up in 10 minutes. So it gives you a variety and you kind of have, it's like having a set list on shuffle, hearing different songs.
Exactly.
You know, and it gives you, it's a good value, but nothing's a better value than free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I definitely think that's the thing. Everyone's like, oh, well, it's an open mic. I'm like, you know what? Not for nothing. Do an open mic. It's free. It costs no money to go out and listen to comedy. It's free comedy.
Yeah.
That's how I promote it. I'm like, listen, it's free comedy. You know, buy a drink, have a piece of pizza, whatever. Buy a burger or whatever, and come out and just enjoy some free comedy.
And there's a lot of politics and stuff. Like I was told by certain comics that I won't name that I was doing too much, trying too hard, and giving them a show at an open mic for free. And people were mad that this is an open mic. This is an open mic. You're not supposed to be trying so hard. You're not supposed to be doing.
I never heard of that. That's fucking weird. Why
this isn't a show. This isn't a show. This isn't. I'm like, what are you implying? What are you trying to tell me, that I shouldn't do a good job?
How about you break the norm and make them fun?
I feel, you know what, quite frankly, I feel as though a lot of these other people in our community see new people as competition, and they don't like it.
Yeah.
And especially if you're doing well and you have something to say, and I feel as though I was being encouraged. I was being encouraged to not put as much into it because, thank you, sir. This is just an open mic. I'm like, I don't care if this is an open mic or Vegas, I'm going to do exactly what I'm going to do every single time. And I treat every performance as if I'm playing Vegas, and it serves me well. So I'm just going to keep it right up.
Yep. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you, sir.
Who cares what the naysayers say? But at the end of the day...
there's always going to be people.
Yep.
Naysayers? I have not heard no naysayer with the word Tony Max in his mouth.
Thank you. I'm happy to hear that. And I think I don't know if I've heard a lot of it to my face, but
I'm a sheltered child, Tony, especially in the comedy world.
Really?
Yeah, I keep myself out of all the...
as do I, which is why I'm not aware of the rules that I'm breaking while I'm breaking them, because I don't know, because no one talks to me and tells me what's up. Hey, don't do that, do this. You're pissing people off. They don't like it when you do that. I've had to learn. They kind of let you learn the hard way, where it's like, and you make mistakes without realizing you're making them, and then it's like, if they are being held against you, I'm like, you guys aren't really playing fair. Yeah. But you know what, you guys, you can play that game all you want. I'm just gonna keep focusing on what I'm doing.
Yeah, I appreciate that. People in the art community, for me anyway, it's just, they don't tell me I suck to my face. So that's good. They keep it behind the curtains, which is good.
Wow, that guy was
fist bump. Wow, I give everyone fist bump if I don't like your set.
The thing about comedy, and I think any kind of art form, whether it's music or movies or literature, it's very subjective. What might be your cup of tea might not be yours. And again, that's why Baskin Robbins makes 31 flavors, but everybody loves me, and I intend to keep it that way.
Well, what's like, there's gotta be like an objectively best flavor, right? Like, everybody loves fucking...
If you figure that out...
Right? Right. Or fucking. Everybody loves fucking. So, I mean, but everybody loves like peanut butter, right? No.
Yeah. Allergies.
No. Yeah, so people die from
if you figure that out, you get in touch with Ben and Jerry's, you're going to make $1 million.
I was trying to get there.
That's why they have to have so much variety. And sometimes we have too much variety. We have too many options and too many choices. And I talked about that in one of my sets, which I can't give it all away for free, guys. You will have to buy a ticket. I can't do all my material on this interview, but there is an overabundance of choices. Where would you say before we went on air? You said Uptown Problems.
First world problems.
First world problems.
First world problems.
Yeah,
it's a whole lot of. And we got a ton of those, huh?
Do I need Blackberry or Moose Tracks? You're lucky to have anything.
Oh my God! Stop and Shop didn't have Moose Tracks. My life sucks.
I go back to my childhood. There are some kids that don't even have ice cream. You're lucky you have it. Say thank you and enjoy it.
That's what I tell my kids too.
Well,
like some children aren't eating tonight, so eat your fucking dinner.
Yeah, my thing with first world problems, I think that's the funniest thing to me. I consider comedy bit is that people complain, bitch and moan about the different types of water. I don't like Dasani; it's salty. I don't like this water; it tastes like rocks. How wonderful it must be to have all these different varieties of water. And you complain what they taste like when there's kids in Africa that drink dirty ass fucking.
But we can all agree that tap water sucks.
Well, I'm gonna.
I don't think.
I'll agree. Yeah, no.
I'm an Evian guy myself. That's glacial water from France. That's
I
nice.
feel attacked.
There are levels of water.
Fiji tastes like rocks because it comes from volcanic ash.
Yeah, but
nice
people are like
Dasani's owned by Coca-Cola, which I shouldn't even be saying this because
I like Essentia. Personally.
Multi-billion-dollar conglomerate, and I can't go up against them. But
fuck Coca-Cola.
They say that it's not pure spring water. That
it's reverse osmosis from tap.
It's a Coke.
That's what I do at my house.
Yeah. My thing is, at the end of the day, it's like.
What do you prefer?
Poland
tap
Spring.
water, you freak.
Poland Spring
or filtered tap.
Poland Spring's probably the best in the market.
Yeah, I like Poland Spring.
I like.
Have you heard
water.
about the scandal with Poland Spring?
No. Our dad used to get fucking Poland Springs like dispensers in the corner of the kitchen. Like,
we
had a fucking bubbler.
We're gonna be careful with libel and slander, so I'll tell you off the air about the Poland Spring. There was you can Google.
Listen, if you get us fucking libel on this podcast, we got better problems, I guess.
You can Google it. It's public information. It's on the internet. You want to learn about Poland Spring?
I don't know any attorneys, unfortunately, that do libel suits. I know a lot of
attorneys. You don't know any attorneys
that do a lot. Well, I know plenty of attorneys.
You're a fucking lawyer.
I mean, I work in the attorney field. I work in the legal field. Yes.
Yes. Of course.
Yeah.
But
part-time comedian, full-time. I do the case investigating, but I work with all these attorneys, right? And then but libel, I would be screwed. I don't know any libel attorneys.
Well, there were some vicious rumors about Poland Spring and not exactly being so Poland and springy.
Yeah.
Something about it coming out of a hose somewhere.
I'm drinking this. First world problems coming into play right now.
At the end of
the day. They got sued over it.
Yeah.
And there was a big thing. There was a case where they false advertising, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. People will sue for anything.
There is a Poland Spring in Maine. There's a real Poland Spring in Maine.
Yeah.
I don't know how functioning it is, how old it is, how often it's used, and that was the gist of.
Yeah, Poland Spring. His name's Poland, and he just gives you tap water.
It was something to that effect. It was
It kind of reminds me of.
It was all a lie.
You said people sue for anything. Yeah, that reminds me of like sometimes I don't know about you guys, but everyone probably does this, right? You go through a Dunkin' drive-through, whatever. Tony. I'm thinking of Tim Hortons, right? You grab your hot coffee, you look at it. What does it say on it?
Caution hot.
No shit, Sherlock.
You know why that is?
Because someone probably fucking.
That's exactly why.
Sued. Like you can sue for it, I guess, right? It's hot in there. I got to order hot coffee.
In all fairness, that particular case happened in the '90s, and I believe the coffee was like 4,000 degrees or something. It was something. I'm gonna give you guys.
This is like a case that's like we know about.
It's an exist. Someone
shit, that's fucking hilarious. I'm just
but they got third-degree burns from the coffee because it was like an ungodly level of heat that it never should have been close to. And I don't know.
They have like a fucking scientific beaker that can hold kelvins.
I don't know the deets. They had a lot of heat, just like the Rebels Comedy Riot. A lot of heat. A lot of buzz. There's a ton of heat.
This is totally off topic. I will wrap it up with that part with this.
Sure.
From a guy that's on the inside that deals with that shit every day, personal injury and stuff. I actually had a case that they literally sent me out. This lady. Now, I won't give out names or anything like that. I think I can still just general.
Smart.
Someone hurt themselves.
Is there like laws against like you doxing people for?
I just can't give out names and stuff like that.
You know, like HIPAA is a thing, right?
No, HIPAA would be this person's name, and then they suffered this type of burn. That would be, I get in trouble for that. But generally, we had a case where a person hurt themselves. I'm not going to say their gender or anything like that, but they hurt themselves at a location because the coffee was so hot. So my job as the investigator was to literally go down, order a cup of coffee. As soon as they gave it to me in the window, I had to put a thermometer inside of it, get the temperature, and there is a law stating they can only be a certain temperature.
Yes.
And that coffee was hotter than the law states it should be, and therefore that was our argument.
I had no idea there was a law with temperature for coffee.
What's the temperature limit?
I can't say off the top because honestly I only dealt with it once.
But here's my thing: you opened up telling us that story was you couldn't tell us their gender.
Well, I'm just trying.
If that coffee's too hot for you, you're just a little bitch, I guess. I'm just
gonna say completely. So completely.
Snowflakes melt.
Yeah, I'm melting right now.
Snowflakes melt, and they will with your Tim Hortons or
and
wherever
your hand will melt too. So be careful.
And it's called Tony Hortons.
I'm gonna shout out to Tim Dillon. I'm gonna shout out Tim Dillon because you talked about new material and pushing it further, and Tim Dillon had a nice quote, and it said. I don't think anything makes a career. I think it's a long, sustained attack. Yeah. And if Tim Dillon's out there, hi, Tim, we love you. And also, if you do get a third-degree burn and your hand is now gross, you can call Tim Dillon's favorite attorneys, Morgan & Morgan. That's right. You got to get yours. They're going to help you get yours, Morgan & Morgan. They will be there for you. Ask Tim Dillon. I'll tell you all about it. Support the Patreon. Moving on.
I thought that was funny. I thought that was funny because everyone's like, "Oh,
Tim's hysterical."
The whole coffee cup thing. Like I've seen it in person. Those burns can be pretty crazy. But,
and I think that person was like, there was more to that story, and I think they did
little
it.
Bitch lips that got burned.
No, I think they did it to the person intentionally. Like the person was. They knew the person. They might have been like a customer that came in every day and was maybe a difficult or high maintenance or whatever. And whoever it was decided to like microwave the coffee to like nuclear fucking levels.
Yeah, and I didn't know there was a fucking law.
Look into it, man.
Books for the fucking temperature
it's like a code or something like that.
After that happened, they had to start doing things like that and putting it on the warning on the case.
Man, I think you should take the warning labels off everything and just let the problem sort itself out, right?
Social Darwinism, survival of the fittest. Yeah, I'm with you, buddy.
Yeah, I thought that was funny. But going back to you're talking about you, Mike. We definitely talk about you, Tony. We're talking about. I thought Tony Hortons is kind of funny, but
Tony Hortons.
I almost fucked that up. Like Tim Hortons. That's right. That Canadian
motherfucker. Drunk with power. I'm now a Canadian coffee powerhouse. That's awesome. I heard that someone was like, "Oh, Stephen Colbert got taken off the air." I'm like, "No, he's still on the air, like fucking Canada." Dude, I'm like, "So what? He's simulcast to like 3 countries." Come on.
You said your autobiography would be what'd you say it would be?
Coming at you live.
I think you should have a fucking coffee called like Tony Max, and like the quote could be like, "I'm maxed out right now." Like if you drink too much Tony Max coffee, like fuck guys,
I would drink Tony Max coffee, dude.
I would drink Tony Max coffee.
Merchandising is in the future and it's down the road, but I wouldn't mind. It'd probably have to be like
maxed out, dude.
It'd probably have to be like
maxed out, bro.
I'm thinking espresso.
Yeah. What that would be
some sort of espresso beverage.
Yeah. What it would say the strengths. You have like medium, dark. It'd be
max,
extra dark roast, maxed out underneath it, and fucking have you in your sunglasses like,
dude. Max, like, do you want the Tony MAX coffee, the MAXX coffee, or the MAXXX coffee?
My Sharona.
Hey, man, the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
We're talking about branding and sponsorships and corporate stuff. And Ray-Ban, send me more. Thank you.
Vans, send me more. I need more skate
shoes. Berries.
Please and thank you. We will plug your products, America. But I was talking about the Cybertruck.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the Cybertruck.
And I was talking to one of the comics, not yet.
Oh, okay.
But I said, some corporate sponsorship. I might talk to one of the other comics has an in with Tesla. I want that Cybertruck, but I want the wrap on it that just says Max across the entire truck.
Max.
I'm telling the other comic this, and he goes, "Yeah, I could see that." The Max Mobile.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Max Mobile. Well,
everybody gets a ride.
Yes.
Everybody gets a ride.
Tony by day, Max by night.
And everybody gets a turn at the Tony Max mic at the Myrtle. So
yes, indeed.
When that comes around again, make sure you sign up.
Everybody gets a turn with Tony Max.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Tony Max is out there killing it.
He's killing it, guys. Like, look at him.
Everybody's welcome.
Yep, he's killing it. Go to his
Unless
mic.
I don't like your face.
Yes. Then you're welcome. You gotta wear a mask or something.
I'm just kidding. I will never say that to you. I'll just
He's
say
all inclusive.
I might just tell you the list is full, but no, everyone's welcome. There's still room. Yeah, I have the list here if you guys want to see it later and see what
sure.
Yeah, sure.
I got a lot of things.
Well, I think you told me the other day where I'm at.
Oh yeah, I did tell you your spot.
But I'm gonna wrap it up with definitely check out his mic. And check out his material.
Any of them.
Funny.
Please and thank you. We will have more in the future. Everyone's welcome, especially if you want a night out of free comedy and free live entertainment. You can't go wrong. You know what I mean? You really can't.
Yeah.
And again, it gives you a chance to see some of the best working professional comedians on the East Coast practice their new material for free.
And can't go wrong.
It's like Allen Iverson. We're talking about practice. Yeah. It's practice, bro. We talk about not a game. We're talking about practice. Yes. It's the NBA.
Like Tony said, he comes to every fucking show like he's selling out the garden, all right?
Thank you. Well,
and this is our mentality. It doesn't matter where you're at, you're always giving your best. That's what his comics do.
Thank you. And I mean, it's the NBA, but you got to play hard and go home. You know what I mean? Because I'm trying to get something out of this. I'm trying to make something out of this. And I feel as though the more I put in, the more I'll be able to take out. I want to monetize. This is not a secret, America. Please. Yes.
Hook this guy up. Hook me up. If you honestly, if you guys do like this episode, if you have people say they like it, comment, subscribe. Yeah. Let us know. We'll let Tony know. Or,
we need the views.
That's a good point too. If you made it this long, like at the end of this, Tony's other episode that he was on.
I have to beat the other episode.
He's gonna be in the corner right here.
Check out episode 6. But
it's coming up at the end.
I have to beat my own highest
at the end of the video, guys.
People, this is not easy.
Yep.
And I set the bar high, so now it's perfection forever.
It's so high I can walk under it. And I'm 6'3", guys. All right.
It's so high we're gonna sell it at a dispensary, but
it's so high. It's Willie Nelson.
Check out the views. And please give them the views because they need them too. And for me, I would love to top what I've already done. Yep. And also, if you're interested in anything that I have coming up in the future that I haven't mentioned today, please go to my website it's TonyMaxComedy.squarespace.com. That's TonyMaxComedy, one word, .squarespace.com. You can check out my events page for all happenings and future happenings in the life and times of Tony Max.
Link below.
And check it out.
And that's me.
Right, guys?
Yeah, guys. We're going to link Tony's stuff. We're going to link...
Please and thank you. Link below.
All the links are below. At the end of this video, when things are wrapping up, when the music comes on, you're going to see Tony Max's first appearance on the Roy Brothers podcast pop up. You can click on it.
I hope I wasn't too long-winded. I have a tendency to ramble.
No, I mean, you're good. We're this podcast, guys, if you want to come on, if you're another comic, we haven't had Sean, he maybe wouldn't talk to you, never approach. This shit can go on. We did a fucking almost a 2-hour one the other day. So
who did that? That's impressive.
Mr. Brett Davey had.
Oh wow,
he was on for an hour and 40 minutes.
And I was talking with him before the mic. He came over to workshop me a little bit. I talked to him for like an hour before that too. Good guy. We could talk a lot. I could talk Tony. I watch talk to you all friggin' night. You and Jimmy Roy.
Oh, thank you.
I friggin' talk to you. I'm like, the reason I stay out so late is I had to talk to you guys after, which is not a bad thing. I love talking to you guys. It's so funny. I'm like,
Jimmy Roy, your famous cousin?
Yes, my cousin from another uncle.
Cousin.
But definitely.
More inside baseball. He's their long lost estranged cousin.
Yes. Yep. We'll get him on again soon. We'll get him on again. But yes, check out Tony Max. Reach out to him directly if you want to talk to him more about booking him or checking out his material.
That's why I put the email right out there. If anybody wants to talk to me, you can. Like I'm not above that. Like you can email me and I'll email you right back. You know,
don't skip on him. Book him.
I even give out my phone number, which I'm not going to do now on the air. But there are people that can call me directly. That
So book him, and then tell your friends about our show, so you can come on our show. Like, comment, subscribe. All right.
One hand washes the other, ladies and gentlemen.
That's it. That's
appreciate
all it
it. All right, Tony. Thank
you very much, America. Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate you having me. I love being here with you guys. Always.
We love you, man.
Every time.
And thank all of you out there in TV Land America. Hopefully, we'll see you soon.
See you later.